捕まえた。ファンネル落ちろ。直撃なのか。くそ、もう機体が。調子に乗るな。邪魔をして。遅い。ニューガンダムは伊達じゃない。
Hey everyone, my name is Axel, and welcome to the Ultimate New Gundam Guide. This is going to be a linear rifle build, so welcome to the linear rifle gang, Harris. Explosive thrower is going to be on the left. We have the laser drone to mimic the funnels, and of course the soup to mimic the look, but also to give us some missile capacity. VP head for the antennas, and the Melander core set was the Melander C3 arms, so that have a little bit better weapon speciality. Now, the reason for this build is sort of trying to mimic the Atlas Gundam playstyle. If you don't know what the Atlas Gundam is, it has a railgun, it has missile launchers, it has an explosive shield launcher, but the looks of the new Gundam, which I have to say, you can pick between pulse armor and pulse protection here, because pulse protection is that, you know, in the anime it does a little triangle shield thing with the funnels, but the pulse armor is easier to play with. Let me go over the standard combo tier too. You really want to hit them with the 1-2. The Harris rifle and the explosive thrower do a lot of initial stagger damage, about 800 each, which means most ACs can't take that much stagger at the same time. You really have a small window in order to pull that off though, so it's really the 1-2 combo right there. Void is not going to stand a chance, but a lot of PvP people are smarter than that. You want to use the laser drones and also the soup missile launchers to sort of keep up that stagger and build it up so that you don't end up not staggering them when you hit them with a 1-2. So here we're going to have a game against someone with a coral weapon. I kind of hate coral weapons in this game, but it is a reality that we live in. He's going to be trying to get close, and we're going to try to keep away. This is a really, really important thing to do. We are not a close range suit. We can punish people at close range, but we're not a close range suit. Now you see I have the pulse armor in this build because I was playing against some Zimmerman spammers earlier, and that was just cancer trying to record footage for that. But this is a much closer game. I am experienced in dealing with people like this because all they want to do is they want to spam that big sweeping lance, or it's like charge attack, and you can't hit me with that shit. This build is actually relatively light and pretty fast, so when a melee companion is coming at you, you hit him with a 1-2. You see I hit him with a Harris, hit him with an explosive thrower, and boom, they're done. A major weakness though of this build is that sometimes the explosive thrower just doesn't connect. The enemy could end up behind you, and the explosive thrower is actually, believe it or not really a melee weapon. It's more like a grenade launcher that throws projectile wide forward. So that's why it has like an ammo count, right? I do miss the explosive throwers a lot sometimes, especially in 3v3, because it's hard to judge the distance, but it is what it is. I recommend though that if you don't like the explosive thrower, you switch it with another melee weapon, or you switch it with the siege missile launcher. If you have some sort of missile launcher, you can build stagger a lot, but you won't really get that 1-2 combo that you can with the explosive launcher and the Harris. In the PvE though, it's pretty good. It's a lot of damage, and the linear rifle is always good in PvE. Linear rifle is not so good in PvP sometimes, just because of the hecticness and the cheesy build meta that we have right now, but I kind of like it in PvE. The linear rifle can deal with most of the peons, and the explosive launcher gives you a little bit of AoE as well. Yeah, but if you don't want to deal with the melee or getting too close with it, you can switch the explosive launcher on the left with some sort of bazooka. I recommend either the Majestic Bazooka, which is a good sort of medium weight bazooka, or you can try the detonating bazooka, where there's an initial hit and then there's an AoE second blast. Those are really good for bosses, really good for PvE. I don't recommend using bazookas in PvP, however, because they're really hard to hit. The projectiles are really slow, so the people that are going to get hit with them are usually staggered already. So here we go with a 3v3. Now, I kind of don't recommend my own builds, especially the aesthetic Gundam builds in 3v3 combat, because it gets too crazy, and there's a lot of people who are abusing bullshit, like the tetrapod kick. If you don't know, the tetrapod can kick up to 90 degrees, which he did there. I don't know how I got kicked right there, but I did. That's not very fun, but you know what is fun? Supporting your teammates. That's right. New Gundam is more of a supportive build stagger kind of build in 3v3. I really just wanted to support number 2 on the left there. Number 2 had a build where he had needle missile launchers on the back, which means that if somebody is staggered, he can pop one button and they'll take like 1,200 something damage instantaneously. So that's really, really good. But yeah, you see here, we really just wanted to keep him away with a 1-2 combo if you can. But a lot of times, 3v3 gets too crazy, and you're going to need to try to get in close and melee stagger them like that. And just hope and pray that your teammates is paying as much attention to you as you are for them. Now, the post protection is kind of wacky in PvP, because either A, it can be good to sort of like confuse the enemy and give your team some space, or B, some asshole is going to focus you down all the time and then never give you the chance to use your pulse protection properly. But you can see here that, hey, we actually got some good close range capacity because of the explosive thrower. If you don't like the explosive thrower, I really recommend putting on either a siege missile launcher that allow you to poke more at long range and use your Harris as more of a confirmed stagger weapon, or you go with some sort of assault rifle mid-range and just sort of like keep this build mid-range and allow you to do a lot of more consistent damage. What I don't recommend is sort of going for the Moon Blade. I mean, you kind of can do it. It's a little energy intensive, but the thing is, this build really isn't built for melee. It's got the FCS that's built for mid-range. It's got a generator that's built for like energy efficiency, so that this build's actually relatively fast. It has 330 something movement speed and 350 boost speed. It's not bad. It's a little slow, speedy boy, and you're gonna need that speed to try to space between enemy combatants. But you can see here that if we really get into the middle of it, this build is not going to survive. So I really recommend you use this thing as a space sniper, sort of trying to fish stuns for your team. And you can see there, boom, that was the combo I was looking for. We stagger somebody with our weapons, and then number 2 going for the finishing move with a needle missile launcher. I honestly don't really care about the points. I just care about winning, It's okay if I die a lot, but securing your team's kill is probably more satisfying. But yeah, that's gonna be the new Gundam. I'm showing off one more PvP fight here against the guy who had a coral missile launcher earlier. He switched off to also a laser drone, and also still kept this coral weapon here. Now, the one thing you want to do is, of course, punish them when they come in with a melee, with your shield. I think this guy is not capable of adapting, but please be warned, if you bully somebody with this build, you're going to see a de-evolution of their brains. I've seen it happen many times. Where remember the guy in the beginning that I fought and I kicked away? He devolved from having a standard one Zimmerman build to double Zimmerman with the laser lance, and that's just the reality of PvP right now. But I'm having fun with the new Gundam guide, and I hope you have some fun too. Thanks so much for watching. Touch some grass, get some water, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.